I'm having no luck finding somewhere new to live. I'm gonna pass this conveniently shaped tree, and I am done. Huh. That'll just about do it. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Cloudrenaline, and we are back with Crazy Craft. So, at this point, it's been about a month since the last episode came out, and the reason for that is, I was back home with my parents over Easter, and I didn't have any access to my computer to record any more episodes, and I didn't have any pre-recorded, so it kinda went away for about a month. Anyway, in case anyone didn't see the time-lapse that I made, this is my new home! And I'm gonna do a very brief tour of it just quickly before I get into the actual stuff I want to get done this episode. The house itself is based on Terry Pratchett's Discworld series because there is a giant turtle floating above the ground with 4 elephants atop it and a Discworld there. So that's just a quick idea of where the inspiration for this monstrosity of an island came from. Moving on, we have 2 lovely trees. One's not grown. It's catching up. This one was an early bloomer, the other not so much. We have flowers and a beautiful little staircase into the front room, or the foyer. In the foyer, we have a beautiful water feature with music-making devices such as piano and harp. Out this way, we have a helicopter landing pad because eventually I want to try out the helicopter mod, and I want to try and learn how to fly a helicopter. I can only crash a helicopter so many times before I get good at flying them, so that's why I'm on a floating island, because there's a lot of air around and nothing to crash into. Out this way, I finally decided to give these guys a nice little nesting area. The house itself is made of completely non-flammable materials, so even though they're gonna try, they are not gonna be able to burn this place down. Right? Yeah, I thought so. Then the final little offshoot of the island is this area here. I want to try and get into using the witchery mod, which is what I'll get onto in a bit. But a part of it is that you can do circle magic. I'm gonna get onto that in a bit, and I'll come back up the spiral staircase, because now this house is fancy. On the right, we have a beautiful kitchen, equipped with such things as taps, hourglass, toaster, and wine. Because sometimes you just need a good couple of bottles of wine to get over the fact that your old house burnt to the ground. There's currently nothing over in that direction. I need to repurpose it at some stage. Also, it's dark over there, so creatures will eventually spawn if I'm not careful. Up here, we have the bedroom with a waterfall. A triple bed because I really like to starfish. And 3 beds is like ample starfishing space. And a place to store all of my rubbish, which I've already transferred a couple of things over from my old island. I went back there. It's still on fire. Then the final part of this tour is I thought I needed a balcony, just somewhere to look over my vast surroundings. I moved in next door to some villagers. I've not gone and seen them yet. I think I saw them in an earlier episode actually, but I should probably go over and introduce myself at some point. So with that ends my house tour, and it took me a grand total of like 3 days to build this place, which is why I'm hoping it lasts me a while, and all this effort pays off. Moving on to the episode. So, as I mentioned earlier when I showed off this place, the next mod that I want to try and get into is the witchery mod, which has loads of different things in it, but the main reason for this area is to do circle magic, which is why I have these lovely circles down here, because you use different types of chalk to draw out different circles of different sizes, and depending on which chalk you use and various conditions, you can do loads of magic, which is what I want to do next. I know I'm currently in the middle of trying to get the Guardian armor, but I lost my Mobzilla spawn egg to lava picnic related instances. Oh lava, you tell the best picnic jokes. Have you tried the egg salad? Wait a minute, that wasn't the egg salad. That was that incredibly vital item I needed for my series. Oh lava. So I'm trying to get all of the pieces to make myself another egg, and hopefully I can tackle that next episode. But for now, I think I'm gonna try and make the different types of chalk to start doing magic with. And after tirelessly going through many tabs online, I think I figured out the way to do it. It might be a bit ropey. We're gonna freestyle it, basically, and just see how it goes. So I'm gonna try and make some ritual chalk now, and I'm gonna try doing it without looking at any of the instructions this time. And from what I could gather when I was looking through it, it involves just a lot of gardening more than anything. It involves a lot of cutting down trees and then burning said trees, because magic is all about setting stuff on fire, and pyromania. The true essence of magic is not the will you have, but just how much stuff you have you can burn. Other than just burning various different parts of trees, I think you need birch saplings as well? I'm pretty sure. The tree grew. Is it the same height? Sorry trees, you're like at perfect synchronicity, but now you have to go. Yeah, birch saplings are one of the things that you specifically have to burn as well. There's a lot of burning involved. Give me them saps. Give me that sap. That is your young. I will take care of it by burning it for magic reasons. I'm kind of worried because I live on like a floating island in the middle of nowhere. The moment I fall off, it is probably instant death, unless I portal. Okay, as a safety measure, the moment I start falling, I can just portal gun. We'll find out, because it is more than likely that by the end of this episode, I will have fallen off this island at least once. There was a part of the house I didn't cover in the tour, and that's my secret witchery lab, which is all the way down here. I felt like I needed somewhere secret, like a, not necessarily an evil lair, but you don't get any layers that aren't evil. So I guess we're going with, yes, it is an evil lair. Right, so I need to use this oven, as well as some pots. I think I had some pots around somewhere. No, I left some pots around somewhere in the house, so I need to go on a quick treasure hunt for them. This is the worst thing. I need a, like, everything drawer in this house, where I can just keep absolutely everything. Like, no, darn it. Spiral staircases, why have you forsaken me like this? Pots. Aha, yes, I've got like 27. Okay, that's fine. Then you go there, you go there. I think that goes there. We'll see what that makes. Wadesh and Breath of the Goddess. Because there's 4 different types of chalk, and they all come from the original ritual chalk, ideally I would like to make at least 4 sticks of chalk, because then I can make all the rings. I thought witches were meant to love nature. They like drew their power from nature and stuff. So why am I burning trees to be a magic? Because doing it off just these 2 trees isn't quite enough, and I don't have the land up here to make more, I'm going to show you the way that I get down. So all the way in the distance is that billboard thing, and I can use this post to... Ah! What the... Where did that go? Ah, it worked. I didn't even need it to be that big, I just did it on this little stem. So it's like an easy way of getting down from the floating island without killing myself. Now I just need to go find some more birch trees, and I should be golden. I could just plant some down here. I'll do that. Let's introduce a new species into this ecosystem. Hopefully the birch will be superior, because that's the one I need. So coming down here was a bit of a bust, but I think if I start planting them down here, I'll be able to make a lot more a lot quicker. I need to be careful, because if I keep going forward, then I fall off. This is probably going to be how I do it. This will be how I fall off the map. So the next step in making ritual chalk is to use a distillery. But the reason the distillery is here is because it needs to draw power from the altar to work. I had a fun time figuring that out. I tried using the distillery and it just wasn't happening. So, what's the other thing I need? Lapis lazuli. That's the thing I need. And I'm pretty sure I have some because I mined it specifically to make the ritual chalk. Back to my everything drawer. Yeah, I've got like 12. Which is enough. It should be enough. Yes, and then it should start working. And then we'll get some things out of there which I can use to make the chalk. Have the trees grown yet? No. Well, then I'm going too quick. Okay, so because trees are dumb and I'm really bored of waiting, I've decided that it's probably better if I go off into the wilderness with this giant sword that I forgot I had, and just take out some skeletons to get some bone meal to grow it with forcibly. Also, it gives me something to do while I wait for daytime to come around again. Hello? Is this safe? Are there things in here? There are things in here. I could always do with more portal guns. Hooray! Bacon gun! I don't know what that means, but we're gonna find out. And a third portal gun. Okay, ask and you shall receive. I've got significantly more now. Spawn villager. Spawn villager? Is that an actual villager spawn thing? If so, I want to find out. And maybe I could get a living maid, I guess. I don't really make a mess, so I'm pretty easy to care for. Potential new maid. So it turns out trees actually take quite a long time to grow, and I got bored of waiting and ended up getting a haircut while waiting for these trees to grow. So I started growing saplings of the birch tree absolutely everywhere, and they are kicking butt in this ecosystem right now. But what I actually need them for is their saplings, so time to start the axing. I don't actually know why I didn't just gather all the saplings off camera and then cut to that. Okay, cutting to that. Okay, so now I have just over 64 birch saplings that I'm gonna use to make chalk. And then I can use that chalk to do various different types of circle. Why are you clipped through the wall? Franklin, did you want to come into house like the people? Oh, wait, are you actually in the house? No, you're not. I think Franklin wants to play the piano, so I'm just gonna leave him to it. I also forgot I have this. So now I have a living... Ah, hello. So now I have a living butler. Where are you going? You live here now. I spawned you into this world, and now you are my friend/servant, and I shall call you Walter. A strong servant name that will serve you as well as you should serve me. So originally I thought that one piece of chalk would only be good for one symbol, but they actually work as tools, so I don't need to get one for every single space of here, because that would be silly and take forever. The That's what I originally thought. And after having a test of them, they have like a limited number of uses, but it is more than one, which is better than what I was originally thinking. Right, so I should have enough stuff to make the ritual chalk now. And I've got the crafting recipe up. I just need to put everything in now. Oh, one of the things I haven't yet made is gypsum, I think, which is pretty simple to make. You just do that. Oh no, that's quicklime. Maybe I was doing it wrong before. I was having issues actually crafting this stuff when I was testing it out, and I think it's because I didn't get the gypsum. I was just using the quicklime instead, and that was wrong, so I need to make some of that. Maybe my mod pack isn't actually messing up, and I was just bad at crafting. That seems like the more likely option here. Cool, so the crafting recipe is as such. Boop. Oh, I can make it! Huh. Well, I feel silly now. When I couldn't craft it before, I was a bit quick on the draw to just give up and go into creative mode to get it. But I'm glad I figured this out. So there's 4 different types of chalk. That means you get 2 every time you craft it. And how it works is you just go on the floor and do that. And it's graffiti. And you have all sorts of cool different symbols you can do. And then once I've got the book of circles, I can figure out which kind of chalk I use on each of the 3 different sizes of circle. And you then sacrifice different items to cause magic to happen. So the ritual chalk is the first of the 4 different types of chalk I need to do circle magic. The other 3 are golden chalk, otherware chalk, and infernal chalk. And the word chalk has lost all meaning because I've said it so many times this episode. Get back in my inventory, please. Good. But I'm gonna save that until next episode, and then I should be ready to start doing some circle magic. I'm also going to be looking for all the other parts of the Mobzilla egg again, because I lost the last one I had. And I should be fine to fight him in the very, very near future. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!